Congressman Mike Johnson is here. Hey, Mr. Mike, welcome back to Keel. How you doing this morning?
Hey, guys. Great to be with you.
Thank you very much for your time. Okay, gubernatorial debate tonight. The first one, I think it's the first one with just the two.
The only one.
In the runoff, Messrs. Risponi and Edwards. What are you looking for tonight? What do you expect to happen? What do you think the major issues they discuss will be and why?
Well, I think they'll be talking a lot about their competing plans for the state. We know what John Bel Edwards is going to do. He'll double down on the currently what he's been doing, what he's done for 4 years, what he did, his consistent record for 8 years in the legislature. He's a big government tax and spend liberal, and you see the results of that. Eddie, on the other hand, is going to paint a real contrast. I hope he lays out his specific plans about getting us back to job creation and economic growth and more opportunity in this state. There is no reason that we should be last in every category. We ought to be the best state in the South when it comes to all those things. And we can be, but we just need new leadership to do it.
You know, I read that repeatedly about the really bad economic numbers for Louisiana. You know a lot more about that than I do. Are those what was it, Twain? Statistics, damned lies? You know what I'm talking about. Expound on that a bit.
Well, look, I wrote a 10-page, heavily documented, fully documented expose on John Bell's record. And look, by the way, let me say, I always say this is not personal, okay? I've known John Bel Edwards since we were in law school together more than 20 years ago. He is this is about policy. It's about the future of our state. And my concern about his reelection is about that future. We have to change course. And the results are well known, and they're really not. They're undisputed, and I have it all documented in this 10-page expose that's on the Hayride. It's been shared more than 13,000 times because the facts are stubborn things. But here's just a sample, okay? We're ranked 50th, the 50th state in America for 3 years in a row. We're the only state in America losing jobs, the only one. We're the worst state to find a job. We're the second highest poverty rate, fourth highest population loss. We're the highest tax increases by far. Highest sales taxes in America, slowest economic growth. It goes on and on and on. Pages and pages of this stuff. We can't accept that any longer, guys. We have to change the direction of the state, and we need new leadership at the top to do it.
I read an article last night that there seems to be a growing movement among Democrat legislators in Louisiana to pressure the governor to expand Medicaid spending, to expand the Medicaid program, which he did one of the first things, the very first thing he did after being sworn in, to expand Medicaid spending even further. Is that something he can stand up to, or do you think it's something that he wants to do?
Look, they've had a stunning amount of mismanagement in that program. I mean, to the point where it's infamous nationwide. It's been so terribly mismanaged. We've thrown money away. I mean, the Medicaid Fraud Detection and Prevention Task Force has had a shocking level of inability to fix any of these problems, and the cost of it have been huge. We spent nearly $3.1 billion in the expansion last year alone, which is more than double the original estimate by the Legislative Fiscal Office. I mean, it's not that there's not enough money there. It's that the money that is dedicated to Medicaid is being misspent, and it's the subject of fraud and waste and abuse, and that stuff is easy to show with the record.
Mike, let me ask you this. We're hearing that the president is going to come to our state once, maybe twice. What do we know about these visits? What can you share?
Well, I spent almost 2 hours at the White House yesterday talking with the president about a number of important issues, including his ongoing involvement in our governor's race. And he is very involved, will remain very involved. And I'll tell you guys, we're going to be making a very exciting announcement in the next few days about his return for another rally in Louisiana. There'll be at least one for certain, probably two. And this next one's going to be epic. I'm really excited about it.
North of Alexandria?
Yeah, I can tell you that for sure.
North of Bert Coons?
I can't say anymore. I told them at the White House I wouldn't, but I'm telling you that everyone in our area is going to be really excited.